Hi friends, welcome back. Today I'm excited to style some effortless everyday outfits from Quince that you can not only wear now at the end of summer, but I also wanted to show you ways that you can style them straight into your fall wardrobe as well. These pieces will do some heavy lifting in your wardrobe, and that's one thing I love about shopping at Quince. They really focus on those core everyday basics if you're looking to build more of a capsule wardrobe, or if you're looking for quality basics that can fill holes in your wardrobe. And that's one of the reasons I love to shop at Quince, because they really focus on those core everyday basics, not only that you can reach for over and over again, but also are at a really great price point. I'm excited to be partnering with Quince for today's video. They have been one of my go-to brands to shop at for the past year. So whether you're looking to build more of a capsule wardrobe or if you have a few holes to fill in your wardrobe, these basics are true essentials that will do some heavy lifting in your wardrobe at a really affordable price point. In this video, I'll be styling a variety of outfits from casual, throw on and go type of outfits to workwear pieces, so you can really see how you can maximize each piece in your wardrobe. So I hope you enjoyed today's outfits. Let me know as you watch the video if you have any favorites down in the comments below, and I'll have everything linked in the description box so you can easily shop the pieces in today's video. Quick reminder, I'm currently 7 months pregnant, so these pieces are bump friendly, but all from their non-maternity line. And I will be referencing my pre-pregnancy size and putting my sizing recommendations below. Starting off with this gorgeous ribbed maxi dress. This retails for $59.90 and comes in 4 different neutral color options. I absolutely love the material composition. It's primarily cotton, but there is some viscose and cashmere blend to this. The neckline is gorgeous. It has a very slight boat neck, and then the sleeves are also wide enough to wear a regular bra strap with it. I am 5'5" for height reference and wearing my regular size small. If you are in between 2 sizes, I would say go down a size. It is very stretchy and comfortable type of fit. This dress is perfect for this time of year because you can wear it now. Just keep it simple. You could dress it up with some fun accessories so you don't have too many heavy layers on. Could definitely work in your work wardrobe as well. And then you could add some extra layers to transition it into the fall season. I loved the ribbed detail, especially because they're vertical lines, and it will definitely help to smooth and hide any imperfections. There is also a slit in the back to make it very easy to walk in. Not to mention, it is very comfortable with a bump. I have a feeling I'm going to be living in this until I deliver. I can already tell this is going to be one of my favorite pieces from the haul. I think it's so versatile, but it's also just extremely comfortable at the same time. To style this dress for end of summer, I would definitely still recommend keeping your layers pretty minimal if you live somewhere hot like I do, but you can still have fun with your accessories, and this won't make you overheat. So adding a chunkier necklace will bring the look together while keeping your layers very simple. And to keep it casual, I would just throw on your favorite comfortable sandals. But you could also dress this up for date night if you want to add a fun wedge instead. You can definitely make this work in your work wardrobe as well, just adding a nice little layering piece over top. Here I styled a blazer. This fabulous work tote is also from Quince. We'll go into a little more detail on it a little bit later in the video. And then I paired it with these loafers, which are finally back in stock. I have been eyeing these on the site for months. So I would warn you, if you are eyeing them, they could potentially sell out again. These loafers are so comfortable, very padded, very soft on the foot. I would say they run small. I got a 9 and they fit a little bit more like an 8.5. So I would personally recommend to size up a half size. They also come in black as well. Such a great look for less option to the Gucci loafers. Honestly, I would rather spend my money on these. I actually think they're more comfortable as well. I did have a really cool style hack to share with you, and I think this is such an easy way to really maximize pieces in your wardrobe. So say, for example, you have a fitted dress like this, really any dress, but I do feel like a fitted dress will be more flattering if you add a looser layer over top. But you could easily turn it into a skirt. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but the easiest way, in my opinion, is taking one of these bands. This is just called the basic band. So I'm going to put this where I want to tuck it. For me, since I'm pregnant, I'm doing it over the bump because that will be more comfortable. It's essentially just like a bra strap, and it's very stretchy and comfortable. And then I'm just going to pop over this cotton sweater from Quince. This is one of my favorite sweaters. I have it in 2 colors now. I think they're restocking the ivory. If it's currently out of stock, it is coming really soon, but this is the best ivory because it's still a bright ivory. It's not too creamy, too yellow, or too like dingy looking. This sweater, it has a nice like waistband, so you could potentially get away with just like flipping it over. It will probably come down if you're like super active, but you could just tuck it into this little band here, and it's kind of like tucking it into your bra. You can't do that with this type of dress, and it will keep it secure. And then I like to have a cozy little fit in the back. I'm going to tuck a little of the material just to not let it hit so low. I also love to add a little sleeve roll. I think it just is an easy way to elevate your look. And then it turns your dress into a skirt, makes it a little cozier, a little casual. I think this would be so cute to style with some white sneakers, for example, for the weekend. But it also still definitely works for the office if you want to pair it with some work flats instead. Here is how it comes out with the faux tuck. I paired it with my white sneakers. And it just looks cozy and casual and effortless, but at the same time, still super cute. All right, let's review this tote. If you are looking for a work tote, I think this is such a great option. It's Italian leather, it's priced at $150 and comes in 6 neutral color options. This is the Cappuccino color, which is a gorgeous brown. One thing I love is the longer drop length. It's very easy to get off and on the shoulders, especially heading into winter when you have bulkier layers like sweaters and coats. It's still going to be comfortable and easy to get on even with those layers. I love this little detail here, how it kind of cinches it in, makes it look a little less boring. I also love that there's no external logos. It's very just clean and classic. There is a little imprinted Quince logo right here on the inside. And this is another one of my favorite features, especially for a work tote. This center area right here zips closed, and it's perfect for your laptop. Will definitely fit a really big laptop. And you don't have to worry about adding a case, which will save weight in your handbag and keep it nice and secure. And then you have 2 compartments, front and back. The back compartment has a little bit of a bigger open pocket here, and then the front section has 2 pockets, so you can easily put your phone in one, your lip gloss for easy access. The front and back sections are both open, so that's where I would keep things that you want to quickly and easily grab, and then you can use the center for things you want to keep more secure, like your wallet and computer. I did also want to mention, I haven't tried them personally yet because they were out of stock, but Quince also has a sort of look for less option to my favorite sneakers. They have the same classic look to them where they're white, no logos, same like lower profile. So I just wanted to call that out if these are out of your price point. The Gucci loafers retail for $9.90. I don't think this color is available anymore. I got these a few years ago. But just a quick comfort comparison, the Quince ones feel like memory foam cushions on the bottom. They're definitely more plush than the Gucci. The Gucci is definitely a stiffer shoe, kind of all around. The soles are pretty comparable, and also just in general, the length of them are nearly the exact same, which make these very comfortable and easy to walk in, especially for a slide-on shoe like this. My foot feels very secure in them because of how far this comes up across the foot. With this type of style of shoe, I would definitely recommend to pair it with something that shows a little bit of ankle. So if you're wearing it with a jean, I would recommend something more ankle length. Just with how far this comes up the foot, you don't want to shorten or make your legs look stumpy. So you want to show a little bit of leg or a little ankle in between the pants that you choose. And of course they work with dresses and skirts as well. Width-wise, it does seem like the Quince is slightly wider. I wouldn't call them a wide shoe by any means, but the Gucci definitely has a little bit of a more narrow and lengthy look to them. Depending on when this video goes up, these may or may not have been restocked yet, but they are restocking these. If I was to buy this exact shoe style again in my wardrobe, I would go for the Quince over the Gucci personally, because you get the same look, they're more comfortable, and you save a lot of money. I own this sweater in multiple color options. It's 100% cotton, and I just love how this fits. It has that perfect casual fit to it where it's a little bit oversized, but the right proportions. Like, it's not too boxy, it hangs well, it's really easy to style and tuck and manipulate. I just got in this gorgeous ivory. Couple things I wanted to call out. I love the thicker stitching around the neckline. The opening is wide enough to get over your face without it like wiping all of your makeup onto it, which is always a plus. And then it's a little bit longer in the back, which I personally love when sweaters are shaped like that. If they're cut straight across, sometimes it can make your hips appear wider depending on where it hits. So this one is very flattering. And these sweaters also drape over the shoulders really nicely because they have more of a dropped shoulder. So they're a little bit wider, so they actually stay put on your shoulders if you love that look. I styled this sweater with these comfy linen pants. They have multiple options of linen pants depending on what you're looking for. This is the little bit wider leg, so it's a little bit more casual, relaxed. I have mine styled lower than usual below the bump. I usually like to accentuate my waist, but I currently do not have a waist being 6 months pregnant. But I love that these are still comfortable and not too long of an inseam to wear below the bump during pregnancy. The perfect pants to just throw on when you want to be casual and comfy, but still look very nice and put together. I wear these a lot for traveling, even to just be comfy to the movie theater. Like, they will work for so many different occasions. I kept on that same cotton sweater and switched out my bottoms for these comfy linen shorts. I have styled these multiple ways already because they are just one of those pieces that you can reach for over and over again throughout the summer season. I took them to the beach and wore them over my swimsuit. I love how these shorts fit. They're roomy through the thigh, very comfortable. Even the waistband, it's pull-on design, but it's not like a tight, compressive waistband. These are still comfortable to sit in all day type of thing. And they're also not too short as well. I'm wearing my normal size small. I truly cannot stop styling these shorts. This is one of my go-to combos. I love blue and white together. This tank, you're not going to believe it's from Walmart. It has such beautiful details. I love the scalloping here. I'm wearing a size small. It's mostly just fitted right across the top here, and then it's very kind of flowy and roomy. So definitely bump friendly. The material on both of these is flowy and going to keep you comfortable throughout the summer season. All right, let's talk about their cashmere because I think that's one area that Quince really shines in. Their price point is so competitive. So their long sleeve crew necks are $50. J.Crew actually increased the price of their cashmere crew necks to $150. For $100 less, if I'm comparing it just feeling wise, I cannot justify paying $100 more for the J.Crew. I am a big fan of a crew neck sweater. I think it is one of the most essential pieces to have in your wardrobe. So this one from Quince does come in 16 different color options. They have a lot more detail on the website, which I appreciate as far as the thickness. It's ethically sourced and things like that. They do also have a t-shirt version if you want short sleeve for layering, which I also love. I actually use those quite a bit in the winter to layer under sweaters, especially if I'm traveling somewhere super cold. It will just help to be an extra insulation layer, if you will. This light pink color is currently not online, but they are working on restocking it. They do have another shade of pink. I would also just, you can never go wrong with a good neutral. Think black, brown, or gray. In fitted cashmere pieces, I typically do like to size up to a medium. I'm again between a small and a medium, my pre-pregnancy size. So in this, I am wearing a medium. When it comes to maintaining cashmere, there are a few key care tips. I actually have a full blog post on it, so I will just link that below to save time. As far as the thickness, there is no sheerness coming through, especially in a lighter color like this one. I find a lot of cream cashmere sweaters that I try they just end up being too sheer because they're too thin. So even though this is a lighter color, it is still nice and thick. I styled it here for a workwear look with some flared pants. These are very stretchy. I would not want to wear them right now with a bump actually, but I was able to squeeze them on for a work option. But these are my favorite work pants in all of the different styles. I do want to get my hands on the Quince options once I can to see what I think about those. The reason I'm such a big fan of cashmere is because it is more breathable than other synthetic materials. So if it's a little bit warmer out, you don't overheat as bad in it. Obviously, it's still like a long sleeve sweater. It just has a little bit more like body regulation to it. But at the same time, when it gets really cold, it's also surprisingly warm as well, especially for how thin it is, which makes it a really great layering base. It's also kind of insane, but if you check out the reviews, there are nearly 21,000 reviews on this sweater, and it has nearly a perfect 5 stars. So definitely one of my top recommendations from Quince, especially as we head into the fall and winter season. And here's a quick look at how long the sweater is. I just had mine rolled under so it looked a little more tucked, but it is hip length on me. It is pretty much always a guarantee that whenever I put together a pink and white outfit, it always becomes my favorite. It's my favorite combo. For summertime, I love to drape these over my shoulder. Draped it over a white linen dress, which is another summer staple. I've had this one in my wardrobe for a couple of years, but Quince does have a nearly identical option, so I will link that one. And then you can never go wrong with a little bit of like a raffia print for the summer season. Next up is this Mongolian cashmere button sweater vest. This retails for $79 and comes in 4 color options. Compared to the crew neck, this one definitely has a little more thickness to it, but at the same time it's sleeveless. So still a really great transitional piece. And then you could also layer this under blazers if you need an extra layer, or jackets down the road. I'm wearing a size small. I feel like it runs a tiny bit roomy, like it has more of a casual relaxed fit. So I am wearing a small here. So if you're in between, I would suggest a size down. I love the rib texture to it. And what's nice about this, since it comes with buttons, you can unbutton these if you have a higher waistband, say you're pairing it with a skirt, or if you want to make it more casual, or if you need it to be bum friendly, you could just unbutton like the bottom two and it will sort of open it up a little bit. The straps are definitely on the thicker side, like more than 5 finger lengths. You could wear a regular bra strap with it. I do think, as is early or like late summer, you could wear this for workwear on its own. I was definitely inspired by how they styled it online because they have a little bandana like this. I'm actually heading to Jackson Hole later this week and plan to pack this and this, so I wanted to go ahead and see what it looked like together. But you definitely make it a little more casual. I paired it with just a casual, looser, wide leg pant. A really nice transitional option because the scarf isn't going to be too warm. If you do get warm, you can easily take it off, tie it on your handbag type of thing. But it does add a little bit more depth and interest to the look to transition with. And then I threw on those slide-on loafers so that you can see how it looks with a longer pant option. A loafer style or slide-on shoe like these are the perfect transitional shoe because it's closed toe but not fully enclosed. So if it's still super hot out but you're ready to dress for fall, just kind of switch your footwear into something more closed-toed. And then I paired it with this adorable handbag. This reminds me so much of the Tory Birch. Actually, let me go grab one for you right now. All right, let's quickly talk about these bags. This is a Tory Birch quilted shoulder bag and it retails for $5.68, whereas this one's from Quince. Same exact size and style. This one retails for $1.19. Comes in 3 color options. Nearly identical styling, even down to like the stitching, for example. They both don't have feet. They both have the same chain. Also, the Quince comes with a back pocket, whereas the Tory Birch does not, which is always convenient for putting your phone in. The drop length on the Tory Birch seems to be ever so slightly longer, calling that out if you are taller or if you need more length to wear a crossbody. Yeah, even fully extended, the Tory is just ever so slightly longer. Comparing the leather, I feel like the Tory Birch feels softer, smoother. It has a glossier finish to it, and it does feel thinner, although I wouldn't say one weighs more than the other as far as like one being significantly more leather than the other. They even both have the exact same magnetic closure. How about that? The inside is slightly different. So the Quince does have this little zipper here, which does take up quite a bit of space on the inside. I would say definitely just for the essentials. This one is just one single open pocket there. Obviously the color options between the two brands are going to be different. This pink is from last year. They do have a pink back again this year, but I don't know. If it was your wallet, which one would you spend your money on? Right, here is a cute and casual look. This cardigan is actually not from Quince, but I couldn't not chat about this in the video. So this one is from Kane. I just looked and it retails for nearly $500. I don't think I spent full, I know I didn't spend full price, but I feel like they had to have increased the price And I got it during a discount, but still so expensive for a cashmere sweater. I will say I do wear it all the time. It's like my throw on around the house sweater. Even now during summer, it's just like my go-to cozy little piece. But I will say Quince has a nearly identical option. I want to say it comes in 10 color options. They have an ivory like this, and it retails for $139. So if I could go back, I would save a couple $100 and get the Quince one if I could. So here it is styled. Honestly, I just throw this on. Like, I will throw it on just with compression shorts. Like, it doesn't matter. This is just like my go-to house cardigan. I would obviously wear it out of the house once it cools down. Underneath, I did also want to show you the t-shirt version. This is the same color as the crew neck, but the short sleeve option. Same sizing recommendation. I do feel like between the two, the short sleeve, for whatever reason, to me does seem a tiny bit just not as dense. I wouldn't say it's thin, but it just seems a little bit less dense than the crew neck option, and that could just be, I don't know if it's based on style or just when one was made versus the other. I don't know, but did want to call that out. And then I kept on the same bottoms. I love this look. It's monochromatic with a touch of pink, which is just perfection in my eyes. And then here is how the handbag looks crossbody, hitting me right at hip length, plenty of drop length to do either on the shoulder or crossbody, which is why this style of bag is my favorite, most worn style. If there's a bag that I can wear on the shoulder but also do crossbody, I'm gonna go with that option because I love a crossbody bag. Quince has quite a few different maxi skirt options. I have had this one for 2 months or so, and I've reached for it for so many different occasions. It's one of those pieces that you can style very casually, looks cute with like an oversized sweater and some sneakers, but it also works great in a summer work wardrobe as well. I have worn it professionally to an event in New York, and I wanted to restyle it in a very classic way. This comes in multiple color options. I have the white, it's lined. One thing I love about it is the waistband is so comfortable. Like, it is very loose and like, I wouldn't say loose in a bad way. Like, it feels secure, but it is not tight or compressive whatsoever. So it is very bum friendly. I'm wearing a small. I love the texture. It adds some interest to the look. It comes in multiple color options. So I styled it here with a classic navy blazer. I have actually had this one in my wardrobe since 2011 or 2012. I know I was in college and I bought this when I worked at Coach when they changed the dress code on us, and I have just always held on to it because it's such a classic piece. So I will link some similar options. It is from J. Crew. And then layered over this navy and white stripe top. I got that from Kohl's last year, so I might have to link another similar option. And then I paired it with these pearl flats, which are currently on sale, I believe 40% off, but they are very comfortable. I wore them in New York. I walked 1.5 miles from the hotel to the Google Pier, which it was a nice walk along the Hudson River, but my feet were comfortable in these all day. I've even packed them for London. So they are a very comfortable shoe. I will say when I first got them, the heel was a little snug, so I would put like a Band-Aid or something on there so it wouldn't dig into the back of my heel, but they have since broken in and are extremely comfortable and very well made. All right, one more look for good measure. Like I said, I will insert some other outfits that I've styled with this skirt recently, but I thought these little mesh Mary Janes would be cute with it, and this is a really cute but put together casual look, but could definitely work for workwear as well. These flats are true to size and very comfortable, and I love the fun little pink flowers, so I paired it with a coordinating pink sweater to go with. So I did want to snag one of these fitted dresses because I think with a bump there is honestly nothing cuter, plus it is extremely comfortable. This material is super soft. I did try out one from Skims, and I will say they are very comparable, but this one is a much better price point, and I feel like this one's actually more flattering. It could also be because it's a little bit of a darker color, but I tried a pink version of that one and didn't love it. It wasn't smoothing if you had like any, like it showed all of my underwear lines and all of that, whereas this one does not. It's a simple spaghetti strap dress, and I will say it will work if you're taller. Like, the material is very stretchy, so you can kind of gather the fabric and make it as long or as short as you want. Even if you wanted to make it like above the knee, I feel like you could just like ruche the material through the stomach. But yeah, one of those super comfy pieces would also be great for date night if you love like a fitted Skims looking dress. Over top, I did throw on one of their button cardigans. This one's 100% cotton, definitely a little bit thicker and heavier, but I do like the functional buttons. And again, it's that really nice ivory color where it's still a brighter shade of ivory. I know some of you may be a little intimidated by a fitted bodycon spaghetti strap dress, but I wanted to show you how you can class it up and even make it professional for your work wardrobe, especially for those of you who may be struggling with bump-friendly workwear this summer season. I paired it with a blazer that's a little more oversized and long enough to cover my booty, which is what I would recommend layering wise to make this more classic and professional looking. I paired it with a lower kitten heel just because I felt like a stiletto was a little much for the look, and these are such a great look for less from Amazon. And then I tied in the navy with a little bit more of a fun printed color. This one is from J. Crew Factory a few years ago, so I will have to find some similar options. But for those of you who may not be comfortable with a full-on fitted dress like this, just add a little cozy layering piece over top. You could do a cozy cardigan or again dress it up more professionally with a blazer. I also wanted to share that there is a matching blue and white striped linen button down to go with the shorts, which I have worn together. But here is another way to wear it. It is oversized and a little bit longer, so it is actually long enough if you do want to throw it over your swimsuit type of thing. It comes in multiple color options. The sleeves on this one are much more tailored, so they actually fit at the wrist, so they're not as loose and casual, just FYI when you do roll them. What's great about these, I'm not the biggest button down girly, but I do really like them in the summertime because they provide a nice sun protective layer at times. Like sometimes I just feel like I'm burning or like want to protect my skin, so I want to wear something long sleeve that's still comfortable enough and won't get super hot. So this is a nice little linen button down just for that reason. I did pack this to the beach and took it to the pool with me and used it as needed. But I hope you enjoyed today's outfits. I will have all of the outfit details and direct links in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.